Welcome to the Libra with Keisha podcast. I am your host, Keisha, and we have producer James over here who is unprepared. He ain't got no pen to take notes. He ain't even got no paper to write. I mean, it's a good thing he don't have his pen because he ain't got no paper. I mean, did your mommy and daddy not prepare you for school? Is all your stuff not in your backpack?
I guess I wasn't ready.
I guess you were not ready. That's why I'm going to find me a real producer. Because this whole husband producer, you know, it's just too much husbandish around. Husbandish.
Too much husband?
It's too much husbandish. So I think it was the last show. Was it the last show? You know what? It started on an episode of KimK podcast that I was on. Then it rolled over a little bit into our show. Now I've got some more to add to it. So we were discussing that in our family, whenever a baby is teething, you let a dog lick them in the mouth. That is like our family tradition. Every baby has done it. And when I was on KimK podcast, I mentioned it, and boy, did we get some reactions.
You should have.
I thought it was more white people in the world who would have been more accepting of a dog licking a baby in the mouth to help with teething.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Okay, I do it. I let my dogs, I let my cat, they all kiss me in the mouth. They're family. It's not nasty, but James thinks that it's the most disgusting thing that he's ever seen.
Yeah, because you watch a dog, watch a cat. Mm-hmm. What are all the things that they lick throughout a day?
I see a lot of the things that you lick throughout the day, and I still sometimes kiss you.
Do I lick a dog's asshole?
I don't know what you be doing.
Do I lick a cat's balls?
Because sometimes your breath smell like you might have been licking on some cat balls.
Damn. All right.
Okay, so I think I took it a step further this week. I'm kind of scared to mention what I did. To me, it's perfectly normal, but when I was explaining it, just a normal conversation to producer James, I think he stopped breathing for a couple of seconds because he just didn't understand it.
I might have blocked this out because I have no idea what you were about to say.
Okay, so y'all all know Sushi, the toy poodle. He's been having this little cyst thing on like his, I guess it would be his butt cheek, right?
Yeah.
So it's not hard. It goes away, then it'll come back, and it doesn't bother him or anything like that. And so it had been gone for a couple of weeks, and then it reappeared this week. And I'm like, man, what is really going on? I'm like, I think we're going to have to take him to the vet. So me being the veterinarian that I am, I'm just non-practicing right now. I did what any good pet parent would do, and that is I put my finger by his butthole and I smelt it. Yeah.
This is coming back now.
And so when I did that, I could smell that something was wrong. So it had a little sour smell. It's like, I think he needs to get his anal glands, what is it? Extracted. What is it called?
Executed.
Excursioned.
Expressed.
Express. Okay, so when I put my
but
finger...
I'll take an execution.
That's real fucking funny.
Yeah.
So when I put my finger back there, I could smell, and I knew exactly what was wrong. And I'm like, okay, he needs to get his anal gland squeezed. And whatever that stuff is that comes out, it needs to be pushed out. And I believe from all my years of veterinary education that that's why he keeps getting the cysts. So granted, I am telling this to my husband because that is an issue that's going on in the house. I did the right responsible pet parent thing, and I was met with disgust, pure disgust.
Because you said, I put my finger by my dog's asshole, and then I smelled it, and it smelled sour. Like, if it smelled sweet, that would probably be a problem. Like, I don't know how else a dog's ass should smell.
Well, they don't normally smell bad. So that led to a whole nother conversation is how do you know how they know? I do checks on them. What is the first thing that they do when you take a dog to the vet? What is the first place that they go?
The first thing the professional does?
Yeah, like me.
Take temperature.
Out of the what?
Out of the rectum.
Okay. And then they get a what sample?
A stool sample.
Out of the what?
Out of the asshole.
Because you know why?
Do you know what
the asshole gives a lot of answers.
Do you know what they not do? They don't stand there in front of you and sniff it.
Because they assume that being the pet parent that you are, you've already done that.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. So then
no one expects that to have happened.
So then that led to James asking me, well, how do you know how they normally smell? Because I do normal checks and I know how their buttholes smell, so that when something is wrong, I'll be able to smell it and then know that something is wrong.
You are a unique flower.
I just feel like I should get more support from this. But people are not going to want to be honest. They're not going to want to say, yes, I do that as well.
Well, listeners, here's your chance. Put your comments in on how often you sniff your dog's asshole.
You act like I go around sniffing their asses like it's cocaine. No, I don't do that.
No, I didn't say you line them up on a mirror and do it. Just the fact that it happens more than ever is the problem.
I think that's being a damn good mom.
Yeah, well, do you do it to your child?
Well, no, because she can tell me, hey, Mom, my asshole smells abnormal today. Maybe I should go to the doctor.
Would you feel weird if that was something she actually came and said?
No, I would be like, oh, okay, let's go ahead and schedule a doctor's appointment that I'm not going to go with you to, because I don't want to hear about your asshole having a weird smell. That leads me to a lot of questions. It's a lot simpler when it's a dog.
True.
And the cat, too. We know something is off by the smell of their poop. Correct?
Yeah, that they're nasty.
Okay, you know, let's just change the conversation because I just
I'm not going to go with you on you being the veterinary expert you are. You need to publish a paper about this.
I think I've watched more than enough episodes of Dr. Pole and Critter Fixers and Dr. Jeff Mountain Vet that I don't think I need to go to veterinary school. I have gotten hands-on education.
Fair enough.
Okay. If you're a friend of the Libra Lounge, you know what time it is. It is time for the gab.
We know she has a really big mouth, which sounds kind of dirty, and that's probably true too. Let's gossip. The Gab with Keisha.
Whew. So yesterday was a big day. Well, kind of a bit. Is it a big day if somebody dies, or is that like a low day?
It's a big day for some.
Okay, so Lisa Marie Presley passed away at the age of 54 last night, which was was it a shock to anyone?
I mean, at 54, yeah.
That's pretty fucking young. But I saw how she looked at the Golden Globes a couple of days ago, and I wasn't that shocked. I wasn't, because I think she fell into the category of people who did drugs, surpassed the age limit you should do that specific drug.
Went past that.
Yes,
yeah.
Okay, because when you hit 40, you might as well kiss it all goodbye.
Stop drugs.
The only drug you can do is marijuana, because you cannot do opiates.
We can't do opiates.
Any drugs that start with the letter O. You can't do heroin. You can't do crack. You can't do coke. You can't do PCP. Meth. You cannot do meth. You know why?
You're too damn old.
Yeah.
That's for the kids.
And we're at the risk of permanently fucking up our hearts when we do things like that. So I don't know if she currently was doing drugs, but we know she was pretty bad off. She was pretty bad off. She was so bad at one point she married Michael Jackson. Oof. That's pretty bad. You got to be doing some heavy fucking drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we saw on TMZ when the story broke, and I read it wrong and was confused for about an hour and a half until I guess I wasn't high anymore. And I realized the error of my mistake.
Over 40?
Yeah. So when I read it, the way I read it with my two eyes was that Priscilla Presley.
Right.
Had been rushed to the hospital because she's in her 70s.
She's 77.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, but then there was a picture of Priscilla Presley walking sadly into the hospital. I'm like, so she drove herself while having cardiac arrest and actually walked into the hospital? Because I have been rolled into the hospital just for jamming my toe. And I'm not going to walk into the hospital. I'm like, that's why y'all got these wheelchairs. Let me get in it, get an orderly, probably a big one, and roll me into the hospital. So I sat around for an hour thinking, that woman is a G. She is currently having a heart attack and walking herself into the hospital.
She walked herself in there to die. That's pretty bold.
Well, see, she hadn't died yet. So
right.
I'm just thinking, it can't be that damn bad if she's walking into the hospital. And then I reread it and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
This said Lisa Marie. So whenever someone says they have to perform CPR twice on somebody, I'm like, oh, this doesn't look good. And in this case, I was correct because, like, what was it? An hour later, after they announced what had happened, she had passed away.
Whenever someone says I performed CPR twice, this is what I think: perform CPR, the person wakes up. Everybody like high fives,
and then they have a heart attack again. Is that not what happens, or is it just like you get a pulse and your heart starts to beat again?
I like our way better. Where it's like, hey, good job, everybody, way to go. Oh shit.
I just like the version of the story where I don't have a heart attack. I like that because you know what happens with me with any case. I hear things like this, and I all of a sudden get all the symptoms.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I'm like, wait. Is that my heart beating, or is that my heart sending me a signal that something's not correct?
Is it beating or is it attacking?
And then I'm like, I hear my heart. Do I normally hear my heartbeat on an average day, or is this like I need to call 911? And then there's times I'm like, is that gas? Or is that heart telling me there's heart disease going on and I need to go get a what is it, a TC, a CT scan?
CT.
Yeah, this makes me paranoid.
I feel weird. Someone smell my asshole real quick.
Okay, you know what? Get off the mic. Turn your mic off. Just leave the room. I'm going to do the podcast all by myself. I am talent. I don't need this additional person over here cracking jokes on serious health matters. That was a fucking serious health matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I saved us some money by cracking the case. I know what happened. So yeah, this is and it's always sad whenever a parent outlives their child. And Lisa Marie has been through a lot. I mean, she was married to Elvis Presley. Can you imagine having to go into his room, give him all his coke, heroin, and then you got to go make him a peanut butter and banana sandwich too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I'm curious to see what the toxicology report is going to be, because I'm wondering, was she still doing drugs, or was this just because she had did drugs for so long?
That's a great question, because I mean, some people, I mean, you've seen them, they do hard drugs for so long and then they get clean, but
they've done so much
manage.
Still
die young.
Yeah, that sometimes happens on my 600-pound life.
It happens a lot in the WWF.
In the what?
In the WWF. Or
what the fuck is the WWF?
WWE wrestling.
You better speak to us like we old school and say WWE.
No, WWE is the rebrand.
It used to be WWF?
It was WWF forever.
When Hulk Hogan them were on?
Yeah, until they lost a lawsuit to the World Wildlife Fund and had to change.
Animal folks always be fucking up stuff. Hey, you know what I mean? Like it'll be about nothing having to do with an animal, and here come PETA.
Yep. But I mean, that's a great example, because I mean, like, pro wrestlers die from the long effects of drug use. And some of them are in amazing shape, like way better shape than Lisa Marie ever would have been.
They're only in better shape because they were using steroids.
Well, I'm just saying. They looked healthy.
And then let's not forget, she also used to be married to my mom's forever white boy crush, Nicolas Cage.
That's true.
You know that motherfucker's crazy. Right. He named one of his kids after like something from Superman.
Kal-El. Yeah.
Who does that except for a crazy person? And Nicolas Cage is also the person that whenever he makes a movie, let's say he makes a movie and he gets paid like $11 million, he'll go the next day and spend $11 million right. And then go to his manager and say, I need you to give me another film. I've spent all my money.
He's my favorite. I love Nick Cage. He is so kooky.
Is this your show or my show? Because I was ready to talk and you were still talking about Nicolas Cage.
Nope, sorry.
Okay, so another thing that has popped up is how broke Lisa Marie Presley was. She was $3 million in the hole.
Ooh.
How are you the king's daughter, and you're broke? There's no way you can tell me that all that Elvis Presley stuff is still not making money.
Man, it could be, but here's the thing. I don't know if she was like not part of the estate anymore.
How can you not be part of the estate when you're the heir of?
Well, no, you can get kicked out of an estate if you're a fuck up. Absolutely.
See, that's the kind of stuff white people do. Black people do not do that at all. They will let you drain the estate down to the last $50 and then say, well, maybe we should drain you. Maybe you should be part of the estate. We will let you just use up all the money. That's just what we don't disinherit and write people out of the will. Because we don't be having wills.
Sometimes y'all won't press charges on someone who shot a family member.
Okay, quit talking about my family
No,
on
I
the
don't mean.
air.
I didn't want to make it about your family. I just use that as something you could say. Yeah, I heard a story about something. Ah, damn it.
No, but it really did happen in my family. My aunt shot my uncle and he almost died.
And no charges.
No, this is how bad it was. They didn't know what to charge her with, attempted murder or murder, because they thought he was going to die.
Yeah.
So my grandmother and my mom had to go to the hospital to tell him not to press charges. That's how black people do.
That's how black
and they
folk
made
do.
up and they were fine. That's just how we do. But white people, y'all be lawyers and
We write people
state
wills,
attorneys.
Yeah. We
and,
disown people.
Yeah.
We get conservatorships over people to control them.
So what I was thinking is that since she was so heavily into drugs and alcohol at one point, maybe there are some stipulations on the money that she did get from the estate.
It could be.
Because, I mean, that's just kind of weird. Then who gets the money from the estate?
The estate. The estate is a thing. It's like a person. It's like the estate gets money, and then the estate has defined what everybody who's part of that or a beneficiary of that gets.
She had to have been a beneficiary. I would have a hard. Well, you're supposed to be the producer. You should have looked the shit up.
I didn't know we were going to go this deep into,
Lisa Presley
legal,
money.
Yeah, to Lisa Marie Presley's legal standing in terms of Elvis's estate. I wasn't ready.
Okay. So it was what made it even sadder was just a few days ago she was at the Golden Globes, her and Priscilla.
Yeah.
Because the guy who played Elvis Presley, I think he got nominated for an award or something like that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
That new Elvis movie.
Yeah, the new Elvis movie. Yeah, and I gotta say,
new weird looking Elvis movie.
No, my mom says it's really good.
Okay.
Yeah, she says it's a very good movie. Thank you, person who hasn't fucking seen it and telling everyone that it's a bad movie.
I didn't say bad. I just said the guy looked weird.
I think he looked a lot like Elvis. Right. I think he looked more like Elvis than a lot of other people who've played Elvis have.
Yeah, which looks weird.
He looks more like Elvis did during Elvis's last few months on Earth. Okay? I think people needed a reminder from this guy of how Elvis Presley really actually looked like, because I think we forgot. We started getting used to him being fat with sequins, jumpsuits on, and shit, sweating and shit like that. Yeah. So no. This was Elvis once upon a time. But speaking of the Golden Globes, Elvis Evan.
Evan?
Two different names. Yes. Yeah. Evan Peters, I was about to say Elvis Peters. Evan Peters won a Golden Globe, as he should have, for playing Jeffrey Dahmer. And was it Dahmer? Is that the name of the movie? Because everyone just calls it Jeffrey Dahmer movie.
Yeah, it's Dahmer.
Yeah. So look, if you still have not seen the Netflix version of the Dahmer story, you have got to watch it. Now, you're going to need a little bit of therapy for about 2 months after you watch it, because it's going to take you to a dark place. But Evan Peters played the shit out of this role, as he does every role that he plays. But oh Lord. Now some of the family members who were the victims of Jeffrey Dahmer are upset that he won the award.
Yeah, I can see that.
Look, people, he played the role very well, but he was not Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, he got an award for doing a job well.
That he got paid for, and that he did very, very well.
His job was portraying a horrible person, but he did his job well.
Yeah, because you forgot it was Evan Peters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was creepy. I mean,
Yeah. I'm willing to bet, this is just me. This is just from my thinking, from my head. And being the black personologist that I am, it was the black families the ones complaining.
Well, I mean, yeah.
You know why?
Why?
Because they got paid no money from the movie.
Yeah, I could see them. This is the thing, like if your family member were the victim of a horrible crime, would you really want them to keep telling the story?
Absolutely not. I agree with that, but it's all public records. It's like in the court system, it's open to the public.
Well, it is, but I guess the point would be, do you think the public should keep using it and telling the story and not glorifying, because they didn't
glorify him at all. They showed exactly how sick he was.
Right, but if you make a movie about Hitler and make it very accurate and the person wins awards, are you really glorifying the event, or glorifying the movie, or like where does it turn into
But all of
something
Hitler's
insensitive?
victims have aged out. They're dead.
No.
Except for like 2 of them. Like 2 of them are still alive.
Well, their grandchildren. No, there's a lot. No, there's many that are alive.
I know that it was supposed to be a
sorry,
fucking
yeah,
joke,
gotcha.
but someone took it way too seriously. So here we are.
Yeah.
No, I would be upset about it, but I wouldn't be upset at Evan Peters about it.
Right.
You know, a lot of them complained that when they were not told about the movie before it came out, they found out like everyone else did. I mean, is there a clause somewhere that says that they have to be warned? I mean,
No, I mean there's not.
No.
I mean they don't have to be told anything about anything.
Because it's not really the victim's story; it's Jeffrey Dahmer's story.
Right.
Which, in this case, the Netflix special, they did tell the victim stories a lot more.
They went way more into the victims than any any dramatization I've ever seen.
Yeah, because I was like, no, Tony, Jeffrey, don't kill Tony. Tony loved the Jew. Tony loved the Jew. Don't do that to Tony. You know he can't even hear. He can't hear you sneaking up on him, Jeffrey. Don't. Jeffrey, let this one make it. But no, Jeffrey didn't. He ate his heart or liver or something like that. Because he was really, I think he kind of was in love with that one.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know. So Kim Kardashian has been named the most successful. Is it nepotism? Nepo?
I mean, nepotism is like when you are giving your family advantages or treating them better than everyone else.
That's the fucking
or
word I was
giving them
using.
jobs or something.
Yeah. Yeah, she's has been named the most successful nepotism kid.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have to agree with that.
Who are they saying that she benefited from in her family?
This motherfucker right here. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Her father, Robert Kardashian, a famous attorney who also represented O.J. Simpson.
Yes, but he didn't give her a job anywhere. He didn't give. I mean,
it's because of it's because of the money that he provided that gave them certain advantages. They got into certain doors because they are the children of Robert Kardashian. Okay. That's how they got the show. I mean, no, Ray J helped a little bit.
No, they got every bit of their fame starting from when KimK had a sex tape because they had nothing going on before that.
That is not true.
What was Kim Kardashian known for before that?
Well, she was known for being Paris Hilton's assistant. And she was only allowed to do that because her father, being who he was, got them into the better schools. They were able to hang out with people like the Hiltons.
So she was named the most privileged human, basically.
From privileged humans, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Your daddy kind of rich. Are you a child of nepotism?
No. I mean, cool. I don't know what nepotism had to do with it, but it just sounds like she's the most privileged person.
No, nepotism is because you've been given more of a platform on which to stack your success.
No, nepotism is where you do for your... I'm just giving
you
you the definition.
Okay, go ahead.
Nepotism is where you give your family certain advantages over other people in equal opportunity situations.
That's what they got.
Okay.
Like the Jenner girls. It's because their dad is Caitlyn Jenner.
Well, you could say Paris Hilton had the same thing because her last name was Hilton.
She does have the same thing.
They all have the same thing.
Yeah, but she's just the most successful of all of them. That's all we're saying.
Most successful at exploiting it, I guess.
No, I think you don't have the definition of the... You know what? I'm going to quit talking to you about this because you don't even know you're supposed to smell your dog's butthole to know that it's healthy. When we get back, we're going to talk about some interesting news that popped up just this morning. We'll be right back. The Libra Lounge with Keisha. The Libra Lounge with Keisha. Welcome back to the Libra Lounge with Keisha podcast. I just want to remind you guys to make sure you're following us on Facebook and on Instagram. Make sure to give us a 5-star rating on iTunes, which you guys have been doing, and I'm so grateful. Thank you. Also, check me out this week on KimK podcast, or as we break down Love After Lockup. Okay, so this morning, I was like, what are we going to talk about on the show? I don't have anything super juicy. And then leave it up to my boy Yeezy to get married. he had a secret ceremony to someone we really didn't even know he was even dating until, we saw him earlier this week with a girl with short blonde hair. But I mean, that's not a big deal for Kanye, really. I mean, in my head, I'm like, ooh, she gonna have one dinner date with this motherfucker and know she's supposed to run. But she didn't run because they got married, okay? They got married in a private ceremony. Okay. Do you think that they actually got a marriage license?
Oh, I think so.
They didn't.
They didn't?
No, because Kanye probably said, I don't need a marriage license. I'm Kanye. I'm
Easy
Kanye.
just
I'm
says.
Yeezy. I'm willing to bet that Kanye played all the roles at the wedding. I'm sure Kanye was the bride. He walked down the aisle, okay?
He
was
sang
the
the
flower
song.
girl. He was a ring bearer.
Yep.
He did the performing at the reception, all Kanye music, all of that. He probably cooked the food and everything because it's a Kanye thing. It kind of makes me feel bad because he doesn't probably care about this girl because she looks just like Kim Kardashian.
Kind of, sort of. Like he has
Why
a type.
would you marry somebody why would you marry someone who looks exactly, this is like the third girl that he's dated that looks just like Kim Kardashian.
Do you think he's just petty?
I think he wants to be Kim. I think there's a weird part of him that wishes he were Kim Kardashian. They just got divorced not even a whole month ago. It finally, after 2 years, I want to say, got finalized. So he's like, well, since I'm not really married to Kim no more, I guess I'm gonna marry somebody that look like Kim. I wonder if she'll let me call her Kim.
Is that like if you craft a sex toy from your ex-partner's body parts and keep that one around?
That's fucking weird. That's like Jeffrey Dahmer shit.
But isn't it similar? Like if you keep, unless that's just only your type.
No, because he used to date Amber Rose. I tell you what is his type, not black women. Hey, someone who is so pro-black, my black kids. But you don't date nobody who's black. I don't know. That just irks my whole entire soul.
I know.
It's that you are so pro-black. My mama was Donda and she was black. My mama was black. I came from a black woman. But you don't come in a black woman. What is wrong with what is it, Kanye?
You're all for black until it's where you put your dick.
Then he acts like he hates white people all the time.
How about he's just fucking crazy?
Yeah, he is. So his new, do we even call her wife? They're both walking around with wedding rings on.
I say wife. They identify as married.
Oh, shit. Okay, so since they identify as married, so here's a few details about his new bride. Her name is Bianca. What is it? Sensory. Okay, so producer James actually did some producer job shit and got me some facts here. She has a master's degree in architecture. She's between the ages of 26 and 27. Damn, that's kind of young for Kanye, because Kanye's older than us, believe it or not. Now, that maturity level might be around 25, 23, somewhere in that
12.
area. She was the head architecture at Yeezy, which I guess they've known each other for a while.
I think she did design.
She's Australian as well.
Yep.
I wondered if she know Bluey now.
She probably was on the show, given the age.
And she briefly owned a jewelry company.
It's called Nylons.
Yeah, and he also wrote a song. I think the song was released pretty recently, like in December.
Yeah.
And it's called Sensory Overload. But apparently, even though the song is named after her, it don't really have nothing to do with her.
It doesn't mention her by name, but there's like a line people keep pointing to about like, was it like, can't keep this texting, can't have no sex before marriage. It's something. Yeah,
so now he goes all Bible-ish every now and then. And so he said, well, I can't have sex before marriage. So some people are saying, well, maybe that's why he married her.
I
don't know.
Stop trying to analyze crazy.
No, you cannot possibly. I bet Kim is like calling her attorneys like, you know what? I know, and I'm real appreciative of y'all. Y'all just got this divorce finalized. But you guys, Kanye did something else really dumb, and I need to go for sole custody of Northwest, St. West, Chicago, Shy West, and Psalm West immediately. And I think I need an emergency restraining order to keep Kanye and New Kim away from the kids. How quickly can you do that? Remember, my dad was Rob Kardashian. I need this done ASAP, guys. I'm worried about the kids.
I like how you say Kanye and New Kim.
New Kim, like he keeps dating people who look just like me. I don't understand why Kanye just won't let me be Kim. I'm Kim. Okay? I'm Kim. Can you get this strapped in and back to my assistant by early, I don't know, tomorrow? Like, it's an emergency, guys. You don't understand. Kanye's back at it again. And I thought this was over. Once the divorce was finalized, I thought all of this would stop. He won't stop. Now North is going to go on TikTok making fun of me, crying and making fun of me because there's a new Kim. Stop it, Kanye.
Chloe, smash.
Right. Leave my sister alone. I'm her little big sister. Leave her alone.
I'm her little big sister.
I'm her little big sister. So let's see how long this is going to last. I give it the end of the month.
You think so?
It's Kanye.
Well.
Okay? I don't know, unless she's sticking fingers up his booty, because Amber Rose says that he loves a finger up the booty.
Oh, well.
You know. So this
Make
is
sure he's feeling okay.
sniff, sniff.
Sniff, sniff.
Let you know if Kanye needs to go visit the vet. I don't know. Smell a little.
That might be accurate.
Yeah, smell a little rabies in this booty hole. Set up the appointment for ye.
I don't think there's such thing as ass rabies, but you never know.
It's Kanye. It's Kanye.
That's going to be his next album, Ass Rabies.
I go back to it and I say it every time we talk about Kanye. Kanye, what happened to the sabbatical in Africa? You need to go stay about 6 months in a hut in Africa. I need you to visit all the African orphanages. I need you to be kissing on little African babies with snot running out their nose. The kind of snot that runs from the nose all the way to the connector of the lip. I need you to kiss them kind of babies. I need you to spend some of your money building real schools in Africa and come back a new Kanye. I think that will do it.
Yeah, I hope.
Along with Lexapro, Prozac, Xanax, what up, Paxil?
Little lithium.
I think he needs a strong combination of all of them. So what that there's a risk of him dying from doing that? As long as it makes him better. That's all we really care about. Is Ye getting back to being Kanye. College dropout Kanye. That's the Kanye that we want. Look how far he has fallen from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't even a billionaire anymore. I can't talk about him. I only talk about billionaires. Anyway, so, we got to do a reality TV check. So this year, I'm actually a little bit shooketh about this. So Catherine Dennis, who has been one of the stars of Southern Charm on Bravo, lost her job.
Oh.
Yes.
Was she kicked off?
Yeah, they said part of the reason that she has been kicked off the show is for treating people so badly. Damn, that's why we want people to be on reality TV shows. What is a reality TV show without some person who treats everybody like they're shit?
Yeah.
I think it's funny because, she was in trouble a few years ago when she was getting into an argument from, I want to say, was it a podcaster, a pretty popular podcaster? They were going back and forth on, I guess, maybe Instagram or Twitter, but they were doing it in the DMs. And Catherine got pissed off at said person and sent her a monkey emoji. Well, it didn't help that the person who she was talking to was black.
Oh, no.
I feel like if she kept her job after all of that, she could keep her job for being fucking mean.
Yeah.
I don't know. But if you like Southern Charm, I don't know how they're going to survive it because they are holding on by a string from this last season. They need, look, this is the kind of entertainment that Catherine has given us. We didn't see Catherine give birth to two illegitimate children.
Oh.
We didn't see Catherine go to rehab. We didn't see Catherine lose her mom. We didn't see Catherine live in about 50 different houses. We've seen Catherine drive a Bentley. Then the next season, she ain't have the Bentley. We've seen Catherine date married men. We've seen Catherine date musicians. We done seen Catherine have mental breakdowns. We done seen Catherine be racist. Then we done seen Catherine date a black guy. This is TV gold.
Why doesn't she just have her own show?
Maybe she should.
Oh.
But she's a fucking wild card. I don't know. This is how bad she is. She has to go get drug tested for marijuana. She had to go to rehab for marijuana.
Wow.
Yeah,
Even Willie Nelson don't go to rehab
for marijuana. No, she did. I'm just like,
damn.
that's part of the reason that I still kept watching the show to see how far she has fallen from each season.
She sounds fun as shit.
She's cute. I just don't get it. But then there's a rumor that she has been demoted to be a friend of.
Oh.
Which, here's the thing that people don't understand. Being a friend of could be a pretty lucrative gig. Because some of the housewives, Bravo housewives, they have been demoted to friend of. And they have said, we make more money being a friend of than we did actually being a full-time cast member. So I actually wouldn't mind being a friend of, personally. Actually, there was one housewife who got demoted to a friend of, and they wanted her to come back as a full-time cast. She's like, I ain't my money doing it like this. Way more money. I don't have to be on no cast photos. I don't need to be on the opening of the show. I got deep pockets now. That's kind of how it is. So hopefully this will work out to her advantage because Catherine stay broke. Like broke. Like kind of shouldn't be on the show, kind of broke. But
you think she's broke because of her own actions?
I think that she lost a lot of jobs when she called that woman a monkey. So she's been a little bit broke since then. Like, she lost a lot of endorsement gigs. I mean, even her friends fired her from modeling for their business.
Oh, wow.
It was pretty bad. Yeah. And I don't know how she didn't kicked up. I think they said you got to go do some classes. Go do racially sensitive classes. We need to see the whole certificate. Just like you did whenever you pass your drug test. We're going to need to see that the paper. We need to see it in paper. Don't email us. Come put it directly on our desk. Yeah, so I don't know. And she's always in court because she doesn't pay rent.
Jesus Christ.
She just got out. I think it was in November or December she was back in court for back pay for rent. I like I said, one season she was living in this bomb-ass townhouse. It was so bomb that her other castmates were like, is she a drug dealer? Why is she in this bomb-ass condo or townhouse or whatever it is, and why is she driving a Bentley? Like, does she have a secret rap career that we have no idea about? Because this is kind of shit the rappers do, including the fact that she lost the townhouse because she couldn't afford to pay the rent. I don't know. Do you? So in other Bravo news, Jen Shaw, who we talked about last week, got sentenced for her, is it wire fraud?
It was fraud, and more fraud.
Yes. So I have to mention that after she got sentenced, you know what she did? She went out and had a celebratory dinner with 20 people at a fancy Italian restaurant. Do you know if I went and got sentenced to 6.5 years in prison, what I would do immediately after?
Run. You go to Mexico.
No, I'd be on the floor of the courthouse still begging.
Still crying.
Wait a minute, Judge. I wanted to say something else. Wait. I don't feel like I said sorry. And I'm going to say sorry and name all my victims. Ooh, that's a lot of names on this list. Can I just do one big collective? I'm sorry, Judge. Please don't do this to me. You know I got black kids, Judge. You know it's worth for a judge. Please, I got to do one more season of the Real Housewives. Judge, please.
Do one more season
please,
to pay this
Judge,
lawyer.
you know I'm a woman of color, Judge. They don't treat women of color good in prison, Judge. Please don't do this. I would follow the judge home. The judge would have to get a restraining order against me. 911.
Judge.
No, this is a judge calling 911. 911. Yeah, that Polynesian lady that I was telling y'all about, she's still out of my front yard right now screaming and hollering. Can someone come pick her up? Maybe she needs to go pick her up and go ahead and just take her to the Texas prison. It's time for this bitch to go right now.
She said, I suck your dick about 20 times now.
I suck it from the back. I suck it upside down. Whatever you need me to do, Judge. How you always suck me, Judge? How you always suck, Judge? I do it. So Coach Shaw said I can suck it. I can suck it underwater. Don't do it to me, Judge.
Your face when you make that voice is just priceless.
It's just the fact that she went out to eat. I would not be able to eat at all.
Man.
But then I'm lying. If I knew I was going to prison for 6.5 years and I was going to be eating prison food, I would probably show up 30 pounds heavier just from stocking up on good food. I don't know. But there's someone else who's going to be in that prison with her. I cannot remember her name. I know her first name is Emily. She did some fucked up shit too.
Okay.
And she just got sentenced. And they're both going to be at the same Texas prison.
Please don't tell me we're somehow going to get a reality show out of these bitches being in prison.
Well, I don't know, but Jen Shaw right now is getting ready to do, I want to say, a tell-all with Andy Cohen.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, because she didn't go to the Real Housewives reunion because she knew that Andy Cohen and other castmates were going to want to talk about what was going on. That was that started recording before she actually got sentenced.
Which was smart because she wouldn't be allowed to talk about anything anyway.
And so when she told them that, Andy's like, well, people are going to want to know. That's why she was like, well, I'm going to bounce. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to put myself at risk of getting in more trouble than I did.
I'm in a trial right now.
Yeah, so that's why she's going to do, I don't know how long this is supposed to be, but if you go to the Libra Lounge with Keisha Instagram page, you can look in the stories right now, and this is the picture that she took. It's just funny because no matter how guilty she is, she's always going to act like she's not guilty. There's a picture of her full glam, and I think she says something smart like, ready for my close-up, or something just degrading to what she's done to these people. I'm just like, if I don't give a fuck that I just robbed an elderly boy person, it'd be Jen Shaw. All right, when we get back from this break, we're going to talk Love After Lockup. Before we go into this last segment, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in to our show. We appreciate it. But what I would appreciate even more if you would go onto Instagram and give us a like. Is it a like or a follow on Instagram? A follow. Just so I can look more famous. Because y'all got me looking like I'm a Z-list celebrity and shit. And I know y'all be listening to my show. Okay, so if you want to hear a full recap of Love After Lockup with me, go over to Pink Shade Podcast from, when do we record? Monday?
Monday.
And you'll get the whole day now. I'm not going to do the full recap. I'm going to talk about my favorite couple. And I only talk about Monique and Derek.
Ooh.
Okay, so this past Friday, we got to see Derek and Monique go out on their first date since he's been released from prison. Okay, Derek's got on his Gucci shirt. I don't know if he was wearing his Burberry joggers that she had got him, but he was Gucci'd out. He had his Cartier bracelet or watch on, and his was real. His was not like Teresa Giudice's girls' bracelets that they got from their new stepdad. Like this was legit real. He even posted the
certificate.
The certificate, yeah. It was like $35,000. Okay,
it's legit.
It's legit. So he's all decked out, and he looks good for a little bitty boy. I mean, for a little bitty boy, he looks pretty good. I mean, I think that if he was doing school pictures, they would put him like on a special page by himself for how good he looked. Like he is like the dresser of the week in second grade class this week. That's Derek. All right. But then Monique, I don't know what Monique was thinking, but she just came out with like some undergarments from Lizzo's undergarment. Oh, because I don't get what it was.
The theme is beluga chic.
Because that's what it was. That is exactly what it was. Look, and I'm a big girl. There's certain things that I just won't wear because they make you look bigger.
Like tight, white, ill-fitting.
She should have at least had on black in that.
Mm.
I don't know, but she chose.
She should have not given shadows any place to be.
How about this? Anytime you wear a dress like that, which if it were on Kim Kardashian, it would look great. But when you are dressing up and you know you got to wear flip-floppish kind of shoes, maybe you shouldn't wear a skimpy dress because that just doesn't go together. Because in your head, that's telling you, I'm heavy. I need to wear these orthopedic sandals to help me get through the night. Maybe I should just wear some nice jeans, a little bustier, and a nice little blazer for my outfit.
So what you're saying is you should dress from the ground up.
Basically. Yeah, she did. Okay. So they go to this nice restaurant, and after taking about, I don't know, 5,000 photos
God.
because Derek
keep clicking.
Keep clicking. Take a picture. Take a picture. Take a picture. Come on. Take another picture. Take a picture. And he's literally doing poses for each one of these.
Well, y'all, she's posing while she's making fun of him, just so y'all know.
Yeah, y'all can't see it. Take a picture. Take a picture. Take a picture of my head looking up. Take a picture of my head looking down. Take a picture of me in this watch. Take a picture of me in this shirt. Now take another picture where I'm turning this way with this shirt on. I'm going to turn this way. Take a picture. Take a picture. I'm fixing to squat down. Take a picture. Take a picture. Take a picture of the restaurant. Take a picture of me standing outside the restaurant. Come on. Shoot. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of that one Pose episode during the final season where Elektra, they're at the ballroom and Elektra's like, dance for me. Dance for me.
Yeah.
Dance for me. Dance for me. And almost, I think they cut it to like a record, like dance for me. Dance for me. Dance for me. That was Derek. Then I was like, God damn, is her camera roll not full? When is Apple going to say, your storage is full, you can't take no more goddamn pictures? Okay? Because all of this is before they get inside the restaurant. Because once they're inside the restaurant, they're nicely seated. Then he's like, take a picture of me and the waiter. Take a picture of me and the waiter turning this way. I'm acting like I'm talking to the waiter. Take a picture. It just was non-fucking stop, okay?
Take a picture with his lobster. Take a picture with his roll.
So then someone that he kind of doesn't know spots him in the window and comes inside, right?
Very coincidental.
Very coincidentally, because you only been out of prison not a full 24 hours, but you already. But then again, on the flip side, he was a drug dealer, and if you have a drug dealer, you gonna know when they get out. You gonna know who their probation officer is. You gonna have to do a new secret link up, but you still want drugs from that drug dealer. Even at the risk of that drug dealer going back to prison, you still want your good shit. So this guy comes in, they're chatting it up, they exchange phone numbers and whatever, and then here go Monique sitting down, belly all on top of the table. You know him? Who's that? Then in true line ass what is it? Faction?
Fat faction.
I don't know him. Why you give him his I don't know. You gave him his number. Let me see your phone. Derek, you're going to have to lean it over a little bit more because I can't reach all the way over there to get your phone. Give me your phone, Derek. Let me see. And so she does like the most immature thing. She deletes the guy's phone number out of the phone.
He probably has like one number, and that was it.
I you don't know him? Okay, let's go ahead and eat. Tell the waiter to come on here. I'm hungry. I'm real hungry. Monique, we know. So the waiter comes over, and Derek starts ordering, okay? Which is odd because I would think Monique would be the first to order her food. But no, it was Derek. So he was like, I think the waiter said, I think you guys should start off with these, what is it, crab
balls or
crab meatballs.
Yeah, crab meatballs.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit look pretty good.
It sounded real good.
Then he ordered maybe a steak, crab legs, lobster, beluga whale caviar, ostrich eggs, all this shit off this menu. He ordered so much that Monique actually said, that's a lot of food. When the fat person is saying that you ordered a lot of food, you ordered a lot of food. Boy, you know you need a kid's meal size because you are not going to be able to eat all that food, right? Okay.
You need some popcorn, shrimp, and some fries.
Yeah. So, they're eating, and then he actually starts feeding her, which was kind of weird. And then he's like, I like feeding her. Ugh. And I'm like, I wondered if Derek used to talk to Tammy from 1,000 Pound Sisters, because she likes to date black guys who are feeders. I just thought that was pretty interesting. Him being a health and fitness guy that he is, I would think he would be saying, okay, baby, we gonna have this meatball because that's us sharing the calories. You don't have to intake all of the calories, right? So he's like, well, we're going to the casino after this. Like, they're done eating or whatever. He's like, I'm ready. I'm out. I'm ready to be outside. I want to go to the casino. And she's like, no, I don't. Derek, you used to go to the casino and stuff, and you got arrested. I'm tired, Derek. No, you were full. You were not tired. You were not tired. You were full, which I get that because I'm a fat person, and after I eat, I don't want to do shit else but go home and eat my dessert in bed. That's it. That's all I want to do.
Well, hey, how much was their bill?
I'm about to get into that. Yeah, yeah. So she's like, there ain't not time. I'm going back to the hotel. I stay up with you, but I'm not going to no casino. He's like, but baby, you gonna have to go to casino. I mean, go to the ATM and get us some money.
Broke motherfucker.
And here's the difference between Monique and myself, because I would have said, you got $35,000 on your wrist. There go your casino money right there. You can, I mean, I think you can go to a casino and actually give them something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then the waiter comes back and their bill is $500. $500. And he was like, you gonna get that? And Monique's like, I guess I ain't got no choice.
You think they tipped?
Not well.
Because that's $100 tip. If it's
Yeah,
20%.
yes. So I can understand a little bit with Monique, especially when she said this. She's like, well, fine, we won't go to casino, but we outside, let's walk around.
Did he forget who he's with?
I'm a lot smaller than Monique, but I'm still fat. There's no walking around after we eat. For the most walking I'm about to do is go to this vehicle and go back inside this hotel room. So she's upset. She doesn't want to go to the casino. She's like, Derek, did you order dessert? Did we?
Well, you saw the take-home bag.
That lets you know how much food it was.
It was a grocery bag.
Yeah, they had dinner for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Personally, I would be pretty fucking pissed off if I paid $500 for a meal and then a guy asked me for more money.
And we brought anything home, and he asked for more money.
Yeah, because here's the thing that I don't think he's realizing is that she had to spend money to travel down here. She spent money on his clothes. She's going to be there 2 weeks, so she's going to be paying for a hotel room for 2 whole weeks.
She got to feed herself.
She got to feed herself and him. Gas money. That's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Yeah, for the drug dealer not to be paying for.
To sponsor his fun.
Yeah. So then they go outside. They're getting in, and then 2 more people who he just randomly they see him, and they're like, "Hey, what's up? He's like, "What y'all? We about to go to the casino, but my girl not really feeling it, so I don't know if we're gonna go to the casino." And the guys are like, "Well, if you go to the casino, we got you." Again. Further proving he's a drug dealer. And he at some point has been on social media. That's why everyone knows where he's at. So he gets in the car and Monique's like, oh, so you don't know them either? Derek, how they know where you was at there? I don't know. He did what most men do. I know them, but I don't know them. So how does that, like, I don't know their names. But I know that. But she's like, oh, why you giving me your phone number, Derek? This don't make sense, Derek. I'm not going to the casino. I'm fixing to get my seatbelt extender, and we fixing to go back to the hotel. That's all I'm saying, Derek. Okay? So Derek is upset, looking sad in his fucking car seat over there as they drive back to the hotel. So they get to the hotel, and Monique gets in the bed, right? She's still in her Spanx or Lizzo Skims or whatever it is she's wearing. And Derek's like, I'm just to get ready to go to the casino. So she rolls herself over. This is how she rolls herself over. Someone said Monique rolled out of the bed like somebody whose kids came back and said, Mama, we missed the bus. Just real slow and over and pissed off. And she's like, Derek, if you leave, you might as well not come back. Why? You gonna still be there whether if he leaves or not. You know you're gonna be there. So he finally convinces her because she's like, fine, I'm gonna go. But don't talk to me. So what does he do? Well, every stupid man does. He keeps trying to talk to her. She's like, Derek, we walking down this hallway. You know it's too hard for me to walk and talk at the same time. Stop talking to me, Derek. You want this money, Derek. Stop talking to me. Derek, stop talking. Just stop talking, Derek. And I'm a fat person, so I know. I don't like to walk and talk at the same time. It's like we're going to do one or the other. If you want to talk, let's go ahead and go back in this hotel room and we can talk about it. If you want to walk, that is all we're going to do is walk down. We can't do both. Like, that's against fat girl code. We don't do both. Especially after we just ate too. And I had to roll myself out of the bed to take you to the casino.
And pay all my money for it?
Yeah. But Y'all remember the scene where Derek is texting someone,
Yep.
but he doesn't know it? Well, I think I got a hold to some of the conversation that happened.
Ooh.
This, of course, was posted on Elizabeth's page, because James says I can't call her Lester, even though that is her government name.
It's not her name.
She's not legally changed her name to Elizabeth.
It doesn't matter.
And as long as she keeps being a cunt to this fat girl, I'm going to call her whatever the fuck I want to call her. When you act like an asshole like that, you get what you get. So supposedly, this is the real conversation that he was having on his phone. And this is from someone named JD. She goes, hey, this is Elizabeth and her brother. So it said, hey, this is Elizabeth. Why haven't you called me? I thought you was just doing it for the TV. Here's Derek's response. Just chill. You know I'm right next to her. So then she goes, I'm going to come out and tell her the truth. This is taking too long. It's been 4 months now. Meet me at the casino, baby.
Oh.
So then he goes, please just let me have my moment, please. I'm trying to bank right now. Yeah, you really are, out of Monique's debit card. Dish goes, I'm with your sister. So this is someone else has switched over who's using Elizabeth's phone. I'm with your sister and we in downtown. So then he goes, I'm about to have her grab the money out the ATM. Continue. What the fuck bank are, and I'm reading this just like it is, so it's not me just being, hooked on phonics. What the fuck, bank, are you serious? I've been through surgery since you've been in jail to make you happy. Surprise you, daddy. So then this is Derek. Was that you calling private? I have to get this money first. So then this person says, I then got my penis removed and all for you. Again, I'm reading it just like it's written. I then got my penis removed in all for you, surgery after surgery. I've been waiting years for this. Yes, I called you twice. Here's Derek. Well, you have to wait. I'm busy with Monique. Then she goes and say, that fat bitch can't do you like I used to.
Ooh.
Do you think that's true?
Man, I have no idea.
Because it's kind of saying that Derek is into
Trans.
Who
knows? Who knows? All of these shows, who really fucking knows anything about these people until after the show's over and real life happens for a bit?
I mean, because Monique is kind of beastly. Didn't
Elizabeth say that wasn't born no natural woman?
She did say that. So it kind of makes you wonder.
I don't want to wonder.
I don't want to wonder
what's
either.
lurking down below that beluga chic dress.
You are not allowed to make fun of fat women. Only I am allowed to do that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, you guys, thanks for tuning in this week. Make sure you leave us a review on iTunes, and we'll see you next week.
It's the Libra Lounge. The Libra Lounge. Ooh.